Hello, fellow humans. And if you're not a human, that's cool too, I guess. So I'm gonna show you how I draw cartoon faces. So I'm gonna go to sketch. You can go to anything, and this is mainly digital. You could do this traditionally as well, but I'm not because I don't do enough digital stuff. So first of all, I'm gonna need to get a. Is it lagging a little bit? Might be because I'm recording. I don't know. My computer is not the best. So I'm just gonna pick like a color like pink. And if you're doing this traditionally, you don't need to do that. But when I do it digitally, I just do. It's a little easier to see what I'm doing. Okay, so to do a head, first of all, we're going to just draw a circle. And to draw a circle, if you just go slow, it's gonna not look that good. I mean, that didn't look too bad, but how I do it is I move my whole arm around in a circle, and I just do several like this. And then I just choose one I like, and I use that one as a base. So first of all, for this video, I'm going to be doing a forward-facing face. If you want me to make a video where I show you how to do different perspectives of faces, I can. I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze that into this video, but we'll just see. So now we're going to put like a cross on the face like this. It doesn't really matter because we're going to erase this later. So you're going to do this on the circle you like, because this is going to help us get the nose in the right spot, because the nose will go about here, the eyes will go about like here, and so on and so forth. That's mainly to help us do it. You don't have to do that, but it's just helpful. So to do, we're gonna give like a chin now, because we could leave the head just perfectly round, but I realize that's not that good, so we're gonna do something like this. I'm just gonna extend some lines down. So we've got that, and for ears, what I do is I just draw little circles. I showed you how to do the circle. Move your wrist or whole arm. I'm really moving my wrist mainly, but I don't know if that'll work with everyone. So to get the ears in the right position, you're gonna want them to be about like across from this line. They're gonna be right there on each side of the head. Okay. I'm just gonna add a little neck with 2 lines. I'm not gonna do the body in this video, but it should help you in another video. I'm gonna show you too. At least how I do it. Also, this is, there's other ways to do this. This is just the way I do it, okay? I don't want people getting on me and be like, I do it another way. So I'm gonna just change my color because this is digitally. I mean, I could stay with the same color, but I normally switch. I could go on another layer, but I'm not going to. For the eyes, I'm going to, wait, I need my light pink still. So I'm basically doing multiple sketches. When I do this digitally, for doing this digitally, I would do multiple sketches. So I'd make a basic sketch for the eyes. I do a circle just to put them in the place. And with the way I draw, I just use like a triangle for the nose. But you might not want to do that. If you don't want to do that, I mean, you could just do something like this. But I don't really like that how that looks. So I'm just gonna draw a triangle. A little smile. And since like the cheek pushes up when you're smiling, and especially if you're smiling in this direction. So you're gonna want to do this if you're doing that. You don't have to do this. This is just a thing I do. It makes it look a lot cuter. So, yeah. Okay, that's pretty much about it. Yeah, so that's our first sketch. If you're doing this traditionally, you want to do this part light, and then you're gonna bear down harder with your pencil for the next part. So I'm just gonna make another layer for the second sketch. We'll get another color like green, because it's very different. And I'm gonna zoom in onto the face. Okay, I'm gonna be using a better thing, so it's not gonna be as pixelated for you, unless you're doing it really small, I don't know. So for the eyes, there's multiple ways to do eyes, but I do them like if I wanted to do more of like a Chinese shaped eye, but I'm just gonna do my basic rounded eyes right now. So for that, you're gonna put 2 little lines right here. Just gonna push harder down with your pencil. If you're doing this traditionally, make another layer, use another color. If you're doing it the way I am, then we're just gonna basically trace around our circle. Okay, so we got that, and for this eye, I'm just going to go across like that. And since I made the cheek do this, if you're trying to do a different expression, and you wouldn't do that, you just do another eye like that side. This eye looks a little smaller. Yeah, messed up a little bit. It's fine. Just gonna make them a little more equal. It's fine. Oh gosh, my thing's lagging a little bit. Okay, so we did that. And for the mouth, we're just gonna trace over it. If you want to have an open mouth, in a cartoony style, you're gonna wanna do it like this, or you could just do a mouth like that, or like this. just a basic smile is the easiest though, so you can do something else, but if you're trying to follow this exactly, and you want to get something exactly like I am, then you might want to do this. I don't know how to say this, but I'm just, I don't know. It's hard to not sound like I'm telling you this is the way to do it, but this is your picture, so you can do whatever you want. We're gonna add a little bit of hair. I can do another video for hair to get more in depth, but for this video, I'm not gonna do that because it'd be pretty complicated. This face I made a little long, it's fine though. Just gonna trace over our lines. So I'm just gonna go around the ears. There's other ways to do ears also, but this is just the way I do ears. So yeah, traced over both of the ears. And for the ears, I'll either normally do an X like that. You can do that if you want. I'm not gonna do this time. And sometimes but recently I've been doing more of like a shape, like this, than doing like this. It's more like this. Yeah, in the ear. And that's how I've been doing ears recently. And you could always do like this. For the pupils, we're gonna do that little circle thing where we move our wrists around in circles a bunch of times. The only reason my computer's doing this is because it's a little bit lagging a little bit because I am recording right now. Both of the eyes are gonna be looking in the same direction. So, I mean, to make them look straightforward, I mean, you could do something like this, but I mean, when I make my characters look straightforward, I move their eyes right exactly to the middle right here. It makes them look a little cross-eyed and cute, but it looks like they're looking forward to me, so I do that. You can make your character's eyes look in whichever direction you want. I guess I'm gonna make this a boy. The only difference I make pretty much is if you want to do a girl. There's not really, because my face I drew is kind of longer, so it would look more better with a boy, but if it was a girl, I'd do this and just give it longer hair. And normally when I draw girl faces, they're more rounded. Like, I don't go too far away from the circle for girl faces, but there's always exceptions. It just looks more like a boy if they have like a longer face to me, or a more square face. I don't know, but yeah. For the eyebrows, we're just gonna go like this since I'm doing a happy character. If your character is sad, do this, or it can make them, since mine's smiling, it makes them look a little like they feel bad or like they want to cheer you up or something. I know they're not exactly perfect, it's fine. And for the hair, you could, don't do individual lines, like don't do this. You could do that, but it's just, I don't really think that looks that good. And it's basically your choice. If you think it looks better with doing the hair like this, then what I'm about to show you, then you can do that, but it's just, this is just my opinion again. What I would tell you to do is do the hair in chunks. I'm gonna kind of like do this. And we can get rid of our first sketch, and this is what we pretty much got. And we could always do this to make it look a little cuter. You can use any brush you want in your program, or just use a pen, or I don't know, a black marker, or whatever when you're doing this. If you're doing it traditionally, I normally just use a normal pen. Before you do the line art, you could just do the line art on top of this. You need on the other layer if you're doing this a program. So make sure you're not accidentally on the wrong layer, because I've done that before and it's super annoying. So you should still have all your layers if you're doing this digitally. But I don't, so I have to make another one before we start doing the line art. If you're doing this traditionally, you're gonna wanna get an eraser and lighten it so you can see your line art more and see where you're doing your lines. But if you're doing this digitally, you can just click on your layer, and if you're doing a digital program, there's gonna be a choice to change the opacity. Doing it traditionally, you're gonna want to go slow, but digitally, you wanna go kind of faster. I don't know why it's easier to do it faster, but it is. Okay, now I'm going to be adding the color. This is not that hard to add the color. This is one of the easy parts for me. But I'm going to be telling you a few things that are going to be valuable. So if you've done digital stuff before, you probably will know how to some of these things I'm about to say. So first of all, you do not want to go and put your cursor right here. So let's say I wanted to give him green eyes. I'm not gonna drag it over here because if I just colored it like that, it's super bright. I mean, you can do this if you want, but I recommend not putting it that far. So normally in programs, there'll be this fill bucket tool. You're like, whoa, there's a fill bucket tool? How about I just use this instead of coloring them in individually? Well, if we do this, you can probably already see, but if we use the fill bucket tool, there'll normally be little spots here. You could just use the fill bucket tool and fill all of them in, but I normally would miss them, so I just color it in by hand with a brush that's solid. I don't really recommend using the bucket, but because it'll leave those little white gaps. I'm gonna show you how to do shading. There's two ways you can basically do it that I can think of right now that I've done in the past. So one is easier, which I'm pretty sure they normally would do in TV shows and like when animating, because this one's a lot faster. You're gonna want to get a color like, I don't know, I normally get like a purple or a pink. Make a new layer on top of your color layer. You're just gonna want to go where all the shadows would be. And I know this is very bright. I'll show you how we're gonna turn it down in a second. We're gonna go on to our shadow layer where we did the purple. You can do any color. Don't do black. Don't do black. Because it'll look very mucky and gross. I mean, you can if you want it to look mucky and gross, but it's like, don't use the airbrush tool and then do that. I mean, I highly don't recommend it, but if you can make it look cool, then that's cool, but shadows are never really actually black. So, to turn it down, to make the pink, we're gonna turn the opacity down and it'll look a lot cooler. You just need to find the right place. I'm just gonna make another layer for my example and hide this one. If you wanna hide the layers in Krita, you just click right here and it hides it. Or do you wanna move it up a little bit or to the side, but I don't know exactly. You're just gonna shade with that. How it looks with a darker color. I'm not gonna explain what I'm doing right now. Just making it the darker color without having to restart everything. Which should probably make a difference. Yeah, the dark purple does look a lot. If you want me to make any other videos, tutorial, art challenges, anything really, tell me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more videos and become a subscriber today. Anyways, guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
I'm so cute. You just love me, don't you?